Good evening, everybody.
Happy Tuesday
Happy Tuesday.
night.
Dean and Jen Gross with Gain here.
How's everyone doing on this Tuesday night? Hopefully you had a great Tuesday.
Hopefully not inflamed.
Hopefully not inflamed.
Yes.
But are you feeling inflamed?
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
We've been talking to a lot of friends and family members about inflammation, and it's definitely a chronic condition that a lot of people deal with today. So I know we've talked about it in the past, but we figured it'd be a great reminder because a client of ours brought it up today. So
yeah, it never really goes away.
Hey,
obviously.
Kathleen, what's going on?
Everything is really, when you think of sickness, disease, and health or overall health, inflammation is always the root cause of problems. And if you don't have inflammation, you're doing pretty well. So it's going to be a repeat topic, obviously, and it bears repeating because certain things that maybe people miss, we do want to make sure we continue to remind of what we can do, especially from a food source to help inflammation and have anti-inflammatory effects in better overall health is the main thing. So
yes,
we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight, about some anti-inflammatory properties and foods you can consume to stop
Tammy,
some of that inflammation.
What's going on? Thanks for joining. Jeff, what's up? Hello. Thanks for popping on, everyone.
Beautiful couple. For a second there, I thought I was just saying, hey, beautiful boy.
Okay. Beautiful man.
Hey, beautiful gentleman.
So inflammation, and you've actually dealt with inflammation quite a bit, and I don't know if you want to talk about your story and how just reducing one food group really made a tremendous impact on your inflammation.
Well, and I know you'll talk a lot about what you can consume, the good stuff to take in to help with inflammation. I will talk about one thing that you should avoid if you could, or definitely decrease, and that's dairy. Dairy is very pro-inflammatory, and I learned kind of by mistake. I mean, obviously now we're whole food plant-based, and so we stay away from dairy, and we've learned a lot over the years about the properties, how inflaming it can be, and but probably maybe over 15 years ago, I decided to stop eating cheese, just because it was strictly a vanity thing. I don't know how. I mean, maybe I was just.
Tammy, you gotta hop off. All right, catch us back for the replay.
Peace out.
We're sharing some good stuff.
Yes. So I guess I was under 30 at the time, and there was a guy in my gym that was 50, and he had better stomach than me, and so we started.
Vanity.
It was pure vanity. And,
but don't we all want to look beautiful?
Yeah. So I just started talking about what he was eating, and he ate a pretty strict diet, strictly because he had to. He had high blood pressure.
Yes, Andrew, dairy is scary.
Yeah,
it's crazy that it rhymes because it is so true. It is scary.
If you guys don't mind being grossed out tonight, the cow's milk is coagulated cow pus. It's filled with blood, hormones, and yucky things. And you grow up being taught that milk does a body good, and unfortunately it's just not the case. But to come back to that, so the story, this 50-year-old, great shape.
Gross. Yes, very gross.
It is gross, but it's reality.
And really,
right?
when you think about it, and there are so many things that have dairy in it, so it's scary. But
yeah. So I cut it out. Basically, dairy. My plan wasn't dairy. It was just like, hey, I know I love cheese, and cheese is really fattening. So if I cut out the cheese and I stop eating any kind of fast food, I'll get rid of all this belly fat and I'll have a better stomach than this 50-year-old, right? That was the vanity play of it. I wasn't overweight. I wasn't really looking to lose weight, anything like that. But what happened was, since I did that, and I wasn't really drinking milk anymore at that stage in my life, even though I drank milk probably later than most adults do.
Yes, when I first met him, it was like a glass of milk with dinner, like a tall glass of milk, and that to me was just gross.
Yeah. So in getting rid of fast food in cheese, no cheese on anything, I immediately lost like 20 pounds. Again, not intentionally. It's just that there's just so much extra fat that you carry when you consume dairy. But what I noticed being very active is the inflammation in my joints went away. I had tendonitis in my knees for many, many years, and that just went away. And I play basketball, so there's always a lot of pounding, and I had much more relief in my knees and my elbows.
That's great, Sue. So you changed your diet or your eating habits, and you feel great. That's awesome. So it'd be interesting.
Pretty damn good too. That's awesome.
I'd be interested to hear what you changed.
Yes.
So share with us.
Yeah, for sure. So that was, in the end of this story, that was somewhat of a mistake. I got much healthier and just kind of kept it, just never went away. And then you fast forward a few years and we learned more, and we just said, hey, we'll go all the way and just be vegan and get rid of all animal products, because we learned about the inflammation that all of them cause, and the acidity and a number of aspects. But so that was kind of a long, drawn out way of saying, I know it's advertised well. The Dairy Association is $1 trillion association, and you have
major
athletes
marketers
and celebrities with the milk mustache, and people saying, hey, after workout, drink chocolate milk. But it's very acidic.
And also, even in the school systems, the educational materials that are provided to the schools are funded by the Dairy Association.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's a truth. So, we may ruffle a few feathers by saying this, but I don't really know anything worse for you than dairy and than cow's milk. And so, and to take it another level, if you think of any species on the planet, there is no other species that consumes another species' milk other than humans with cows. I mean, we don't drink, dog milk. We don't, drink from apes, and apes don't drink from humans, and all the other things. And it's meant for baby cows.
So Sue, you went from, no dairy, no bread, so I'm assuming no processed carbs, but probably still some whole grains, no sweets, and lots of protein.
Yeah.
Sounds like good choices.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
That's going to take a lot of inflammation away for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was, so like we said, so there's a number of areas. This isn't really.
Yes. Ew.
Yeah. Coagulated cow pus, that always works well with the children when you're saying you're going to drink that. But you're so conditioned. That's kind of how you're brought up in a lot of cases. I'm from the Midwest, and when you do break it down, it's like it's kind of a little unsettling. But to go back to the health part of it, is it causes inflammation. It's acidic, and so what happens is, because the other thing you hear about is, well, calcium isn't it for strong bones, and you're supposed to drink milk? And it's the direct opposite, because of the acidity, you start leaching calcium from your bones.
Yes.
And so you're finding people with osteoporosis and from consuming a lot of dairy. So being acidic, being obviously highly flammable, it's going to be cause a lot of inflammation. So if you're able to reduce drastically or even cut that out, you're going to see tremendous growth in people always have when they've cut dairy from their diet. And even
you're going to see a lot of reduction in the inflammation for sure. And yes, Kathleen, almond milk is a phenomenal option. There are tons of plant-based options now that taste really great. The chocolate almond milk, if you're not too concerned about the sugar content and the calorie load, it tastes phenomenal. And it's a much better choice than the alternative.
Yes.
Let's see, Andrew
was spot on, and I'm sure you are at 57, probably better shape than you were at 18. And but yes, it's just designed to grow that baby cow, and it's just a conditioning thing. And
but literally grow the baby cow to
2,000 pounds.
To 2,000 pounds in the span of how long? I mean, it's less than a year, right?
Yeah.
So
and just people like you, there's just a great example of when you do make that change, instantly you see results. And so obviously the topic being inflammation, if people are able to do that, they're going to see instant results. And again, going back to working out and protein shakes and after workout shakes, the whey obviously is derived from dairy. So, and I know that's preached a lot too, is whey and how you can absorb it. But if you could avoid whey and do a different aspect, again, there's plant proteins and things you could use. You're going to see a big difference in inflammation. So we throw that tidbit in as well. Just one, there's plenty of things to avoid, but that's one huge thing, dairy, to avoid for inflammation? And I know you want to talk about the good stuff to eat.
Yes,
to help.
and Kathleen, absolutely. Mixing it in with your shake, if you want a creamier shake, almond milk or any of the plant-based milk are plant-based beverages are great options.
Yes.
Versus the dairy for sure. But like Dean mentioned before, when we talk about inflammation, acidity levels in foods and in the beverages that we intake make a dramatic impact on the levels of inflammation that our bodies house, and that continues to grow. So dairy for sure, other animal products are highly acidic. Processed foods and junk foods are highly acidic and wreak havoc in our body. So if we can minimize those, that's definitely a great change as well. So those are a couple things that you could tweak if you'd like to.
Someone recently mentioned if it's in a box or bag, which I thought
try to avoid it.
Avoid box or bags.
And if it is, if you can minimize the ingredients, so if you can read 5 or less ingredients and you know what those ingredients are, then it's okay to try to purchase that. So that's more of a clean purchase, processed item versus some of the other which has 20 or more ingredients on it, and you don't even know what some of those ingredients are. We can't even pronounce them sometimes. So but some of the really good food choices that you could incorporate into your diet, and one that we do on a daily basis, and we love adding this as a spice to our food, but we also take it in an organic alkaline grown form, is turmeric.
Yes.
Turmeric is a phenomenal, powerful antioxidant. It's loaded with nutrients for your body. It's a great fighter against inflammation. There have actually been tests done, and we follow Greger. I think Dr. Greger. I think we've mentioned that a lot before. But there have been some tests done where they have taken osteoarthritis sufferers, and they've had them on their regular high quality pharmaceutical grade medications, and then they had a separate group that they had them on those same medications and implemented a turmeric supplement, and the people that had the turmeric supplement were doing better than the people that didn't have it. And they've also done other studies where they've had the turmeric supplement with people that had osteoarthritis, specifically in the knee area, and they had ibuprofen. So they were taking ibuprofen, which we all know is an anti-inflammatory pharmaceutical, but that wreaks havoc with our gut, with our microbiome, and we've talked about it a lot. Our microbiome is like our second head, our second brain for our body. So we don't want to cause havoc there. We want to keep it happy. So minimizing the ibuprofen is a great choice. Any pharmaceuticals, that's a great choice to minimize those. But in that study, the people that did the ibuprofen versus the people that did the turmeric supplement group did just as good or better than the ibuprofen group. So you're not getting the horrible side effects of the pharmaceuticals to your microbiome and the rest of your body, and you're still getting the great benefits, if not better, with the turmeric. So turmeric is a phenomenal add. Ginger is also another great
silent partner.
Great spice to add in your diet. And both of these, if you want some recommendations on some high quality products, message us, comment on this live. We can definitely get you some information on what we use and how we use it every day. But then some other foods that we love, and some top ones that we incorporate or try to incorporate on a daily basis. Cherries. We all know berries are loaded in antioxidants. So cherries is a phenomenal add. Cacao, or any 70% or better. Hey, Carla, what's going on? 70% or higher cocoa, chocolate. So high in antioxidant source, wonderful anti-inflammatory food. But again, when you're choosing that chocolate or that cacao, if you're going with the chocolate, do 70% cocoa or higher. Keep that sugar content down. Olive oil, we all love olive oil. Olive oil is a great fat to incorporate in your diet. Many people, for years, the craze was low fat, high fat foods. But what we found is that fats actually help our body burn fats. So fats is a good thing to add. And then also a lot of the vegetables and the in the fruits and the foods, all the good choices that we make, many of the nutrients are fat soluble.
Yeah.
So incorporating a good quality fat while you're cooking that. So saute your spinach in a little bit of olive oil, or drizzle some olive oil on top of your salad. That's a great choice. Take
So
it
what's that
every
everyday,
day.
Carla? Olive oil you take every day? Or
cacao. I don't.
turmeric.
It was hard to tell when that
Yeah.
comment came in. So yeah, let us know, what is it that you take every day and you feel the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Peppers is another great choice. As far as beverages, teas are a phenomenal option. I love the taste of green tea. Dean doesn't love the taste,
Mm-hmm.
but he's drinking it every day because he knows
Yeah.
the powerful benefits of drinking green tea. But green tea, white tea are loaded in antioxidants. What's Jerica saying? You never told me. Oh, chocolate.
Jerica, there's a big list here. So,
yes.
You not saying don't buy dark chocolate, but there's other things on the list you might want to buy.
It's a good treat. Yeah. Okay, so minimal. But pepper, yeah, green tea. We love green tea, loaded in antioxidants, loaded in polyphenols. So it's going to help combat inflammation. Mushrooms, we love mushrooms.
One of my favorites.
Mushrooms are a phenomenal choice to add to your diet, anti-inflammatory. Broccoli, all the cruciferous vegetables are wonderful, but broccoli is phenomenal for anti-inflammation. And avocados, again, another staple in our house. So
add some tonight.
For sure, if you can add some of those foods into your daily or weekly regimen, if you're not doing any of those today, maybe try incorporating 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah.
And see how your family does with those. See how you start to feel. One of the things that we didn't mention that our family has seen some dramatic difference in adding to their daily regimen is frankincense.
Yeah.
So we've had some battles with inflammation in our family, specifically my father, my sister, major inflammation issues. And just incorporating frankincense daily has been a phenomenal, they've seen phenomenal impacts from that. So if you'd like some more information on that, definitely reach out to us. We can get you some information on some high quality frankincense. So those are some good tips that you can incorporate into your daily regimen. Hopefully that helps you out. And I think that was about it.
No, like we said, it's a pretty simple thing. If you think of that short list we just gave you, fruits and vegetables, specifically greens.
Life-changing.
Cruciferous vegetables.
So Jerica said, so frankincense, frankincense, life-changing.
Yeah. In the berry class. I mean, if you think of high antioxidants, polyphenols, all good tasting things, but those are all the simple things. You take dairy out and some of those acidic forming foods, you throw in fruits and veggies that are high in antioxidants. And then, from a supplementation standpoint, obviously we've mentioned these before, but again, it bears repeating. Frankincense, turmeric, ginger specifically, especially if you can get those together with polyphenols and high antioxidants, and that's something we do. And, we don't mind sharing with that if you direct message us. But that is, like Jerry mentioned, frankincense. Hey, it's fit for a king. So obviously, it's a very powerful essential oil. But these are all great things that you can just do naturally. You can just get these things at the store. Not a magic pill, not any side effects. That it's just amazing that every day there's probably multiple conversations. They all stem around inflammation.
Yes.
And just a few of these tweaks, and we've already seen it in some of the comments here today, and some of the things that people have experienced. A few of these tweaks, and you can see dramatic differences in inflammation going down, feeling better, feeling more healthy, all that good stuff.
Thanks for popping on, Sue, and thanks for your comments.
Thank you.
It's always great to hear that that it's working for other people. I mean, we've got so many testimonials, but having it reiterated is phenomenal. So thank you for sharing your story.
For sure. Yeah, that's awesome.
But if you guys have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We've mentioned a few things tonight that we could definitely help you out with. If that's something that you're looking to incorporate, or if you want more information, we could definitely help you out. PM us, private message us,
Yeah.
make a comment on this video, and we'll reach out to you. If you think this information will impact others in a positive way, please share the video. That's a big help in sharing the message, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to, make an impact on people's lives from a health standpoint. So that will help us out to accomplish that and help others as a whole. So like, share, and comment. That's a big help for us. We love seeing the hearts.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that's it for the night, guys.
Well, don't forget to check us out on gainhottips.com or on growthandimprovement.com as well. So more tips to follow, and go Cavs tonight.
Yes. Have a great rest of your night, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.
All right. See you.